Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, Tiff Stellar Reads. I'm Tiffany, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my September TBR. Hey guys, it's so nice to see you again, and I'm very excited to be sharing this video with you today because today I'm going to be talking about my September TBR. Now, I know I posted a TBR video back in June, and all those books that I anticipated to read in June, I actually did not read at all, mainly because of all the projects that I've got on. I've got work. I also blog on Medium now, and I'm writing a novel. So my plans kind of got derailed, and I kind of put too many books on my TBR at that time, and I overwhelmed myself. So I've set a goal, and I'm going to get back on track, and your girl is going to read 5 books in September. It's completely doable for me, and I'm going to make sure that I actually take the time to read the books, enjoy them, and get the escapism that I need out of them, because I really enjoy alien romance, and I cannot wait to share these recs with you to see if this is something that you would like to read as well. So we're going to go into September confidently, and enough of me rambling, let's just get into the books. Alright, so the first book that I'm going to be reading in September is called Deal with the Alien Devil, and it is the first book in the Brides of the Vinduthi by Ava York. I have read Ava York before. She and Star Huntress wrote the Kagethi Warlord series that I talked about in my last video, and I really enjoyed that series. And I'm really intrigued by this one because it's kind of a mix between alien romance and also mafia romance, it sounds like. I'm going into this completely blind, and based upon the synopsis, it intrigued me, and I'm actually going to read the synopsis to you guys so you can get an idea of what it's about as well. So, this is the synopsis. I need a deal to survive, but all I have to offer is myself. On the station, humans are the lowest of the low. We take whatever jobs we can, scraping just to get by. Comfort is rare, security a dream, and a real friend almost unheard of. So when my best friend goes missing, I'm desperate to find her. But before long, my search leads me to the claws of the leader of the Vinduthi cartel. He's terrifying, utterly ruthless. He'll help me find my friend, but can I pay the price he demands? So that's the synopsis for that particular book. It sounds really, really awesome. I have not read a book that's a mixture of like mafia and alien together, so I'm excited to see how that works out. And I'm excited to see how the aliens look in this particular world, and I'm excited to see this romance, and because it seems like she's going to have to do some stuff with her body, so interesting to see how that's going to work out in this particular novel as well. So that is the first book that I will be reading for the month of September. The second book that I will be reading in September is called Fated to the Orc, which is the third book in the Orc Guardian Bride series by Sue Mercury. I have read the first 2 books, and that was Promised to the Orc and Rescued by the Orc, and I really, really loved them. So I'm excited to read this third book in the installment, and I believe that this is the last book, actually. And I'm going to read the synopsis on this one as well. So this is what this particular story is about. The Orc Warrior says I'm his soulmate. A long time ago, my father sold my sister to an orc. I haven't heard from her since, but I am determined to find her and bring her home. During my first week on the road north, however, I crossed paths with a massively tall orc guardian who claims I'm his fated mate. Magnus the wolf says I'm coming with him, and he won't take no for an answer. Maybe getting kidnapped by a big, muscular orc who wants to marry me isn't the worst thing that could happen. And no, it's not. That would be amazing. After he brings me back to the clanlands, I can find my sister and we can flee the orc realm together, not looking back. But the first time Magnus kisses me, the whole world fades and I find myself yearning for his touch. I also find myself wondering if maybe, just maybe, escape isn't the answer. So that is the synopsis for the second book that I will be reading. I really adore this series. This series is so amazing. The orcs in this series, they are big and muscular and burly, but they are so soft-hearted and sweet for the women that they love. They show care and concern, and they actually get to know the women during the process of, you know, getting the deed done. And you can tell that they truly want to build a lasting romance in these books. So I'll be really happy to read this book as well. All right, and the third book that I will be reading this month is called Saving Askara by J.M. Link. J.M. Link is a new to me author. I have seen this book recommended to me in Kindle Unlimited so many times, and I have passed it up. And it just kept getting recommended and recommended to the point where I was like, okay, you've got to read this. So the synopsis on this one was kind of long, so I kind of created my own synopsis that I'm going to read to you about this particular story. So this story is about our heroine, Victoria. She's an emergency medical specialist on a spaceship called the Phoenix. And she longs to discover extraterrestrial life because although she likes her job on her ship, it's very mundane and it's boring. And this ship that they live on, it houses a small city, so there's a lot of people on it, but she's still seeking that extraterrestrial life. And all of that changes one fateful morning. And that one fateful morning is whenever they encounter this extraterrestrial species. And this extraterrestrial species is led by the hero in the story called Adaris. And he and his people have entered an uncharted system because they are escaping their world because their world was taken over by this alien race that is yet to be named. And so they encounter human beings. And they find human beings very primitive and inferior to them. But as he gets to know human beings, he finds that, you know, that they have heart and that they're very interesting. Particularly our heroine, Victoria. Whenever he gets to know her, of course, a romance is going to blossom. There's mention of a treaty or some type of contract that the humans and these extraterrestrials are going to make with each other. So that's the basic synopsis of that particular book. It seems super, super interesting. I like the idea of two cultures coming together and despite differences learning from each other. And this particular romance sounds slow burn to me, which I really like slow burn actually. So I'm really excited to read this particular romance and see exactly where it goes. So, all right, and the fourth book that I'll be reading this month is His to Claim by Taylor Vaughn. And Taylor Vaughn is also a new to me author. I really love this cover. Like the alien man on the front of it looks so gorgeous. I could not resist it. And I have heard that the heroine in this book is a black woman, which is right up my alley. I love seeing a black heroine get her man. So I'm really excited for this one. And I'm actually going to read the synopsis to you on this one as well. My alien overlord is huge, all-powerful, and determined to claim me. Every human girl growing up on New Terran knows one thing, that she'll be taken by one or several Zalthurian males when she turns 21. The Zalthurians are rough, domineering, and huge all over. My type of alien. But this is the deal our leaders struck, so that they would provide our human colony with desperately needed supplies. If the baby born from our taking is a girl, we will be allowed to keep it. If the baby is a boy, it will be taken away, never to be seen again. That is the way it has always been on our small planet, and that's the way it will always be. I should accept my fate, but I can't. When they come for my sister's baby boy, I dare to defy the alien they call Tell. As it turns out, Tell means prince. But rather than killing me for my insolence, the future overlord vows to return to the planet when I'm 21. He's huge, all-powerful, and determined to claim me. Can I stop him? And how will I answer when the question becomes, do I want to? So that is the synopsis for that 4th book there. I really am interested in the world in this particular book because I'm interested to see why they keep girl babies, but then they discard the boy ones. And also, I'm intrigued by him being like, girl, I'm coming back for you whenever you're 21. Because if that was me, I would be like, baby, I'm waiting for you. I'm getting ready for you. So I'm excited to see how this heroine actually deals with that situation. So that is the 4th book that I will be reading for the month of September. All right, and the 5th book that I'll be reading in September is Wed to the Alien Warlord by January Bell. I'm actually really excited to read this one. Everybody that I know in the alien romance world has read this book, but me. I typically get intimidated by super popular books because I never know exactly like how I'm going to like take a particular book. But this one sounds pretty exciting to me. And I'm going to read the synopsis on this one so you guys know what this book is about. So the synopsis is, the alien who handpicked me to wed in bed is the most domineering warlord of the bunch. Lucky me. As the first humans allowed in Swavian space, there's a lot riding on my all-woman team. Earth desperately needs their tech, and I'm determined to prove we can negotiate the price. Without their planetary defense systems, Earth is a sitting duck, ripe for invasion. Except the Swavian culture is nothing like ours. When I take part in what I think is a welcoming ceremony, I leave with more than I bargained for. A husband, a mate. Apparently we're there to marry them as payment, something the top brass on Earth doesn't bother denying. Fantastic. And the Swavian who handpicked me to wed in bed, he's the most domineering warlord of the bunch. Lucky me, I'll get the Swavian tech we need, but there's no way I'm giving in to his demands, no matter how persuasive he might be. So that is the synopsis for Wed to the Alien Warlord. This book sounds really good. I'm trying to imagine how it would feel to like go on an alien planet and then think you're getting welcomed, but you're actually getting married to like some hot alien man. That is right up my alley. You know, being in denial, but the whole time you're like, yeah, I want you. So that is the last book that I will be reading in September. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. Those are the 5 books that I will be reading in the month of September. Wish me luck. I'm going to work really hard on getting these books read. I'm really excited to dive into them and enjoy them. So let me know what you think about this video. Let me know if you've read any of these books or if you're planning on reading any of them. Leave me a comment down below. And also subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be aware whenever I upload next time. So that's it for this little short and sweet video. Thanks for checking this out today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.